you're probably one of the few. Actually, you'll be probably one of the few people to actually believe what's happening, because it's insane. Dude, I'm gonna just make this a little more cozy.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
right now, just full transparency. I'm recording this. We are now
Okay.
beautifully laid out in my forge.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, I was doing this thing yesterday. I accidentally happened upon a marketing method that I had never seen before, and it worked splendidly. Right? I was bored, and I like to have fun, so I found one of my industry colleagues, I guess you can say, a fellow coach slash consultant, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And he was doing a live stream. He was sitting there just creating this lead magnet, how to create a business that's going to be profitable or whatever. A lot of work, 90 pages. Like, I was sitting there documenting this and narrating this as if I was a sports commentator. I was like, oh my God, he's going for the QR code. Oh, I love the design. Oh my God, what is he going for that font? I was really engaged. And then after that, I went out of it because I had this upcoming sales training that I was invited to. And you know how those go. You get invited to all these freebies, So I figured, fuck it, I'm just going to go do that as well. So I went into the Zoom room and I was still live. And all of this was just in one seamless freaking production with me jumping back and forth and offering commentary and stuff. And in there, you saw this guy who was clearly doing this for sale. And you saw how he's trying to get up to the sale. He was trying to put down the analogies and all that stuff. And you saw that he was so nervous and he was so full of doubt. And I picked up on this, and all of a sudden his internet broke. And you can see him swearing in the background, and it was very interesting. But I basically said to the people in there, okay, thank you. This has been amazing. I hope everyone here has a fantastic day.
See you in the next one.
And then I just popped out, and stream's still going, right? And I jumped into this other community event that was hosted by a friend of mine who I met kind of like you, just, interacting.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. They were talking about this YouTube strategy to increase reach and get views and all that stuff. And it was called the Eminem Diss method. And it's literally just you talking about your views that is adding to the conversation of, let's say, a famous YouTuber. So the YouTube thumbnail might be you and that guy and like exposed and whatever, but it's literally you just talking about the business model that you have observed in their video, whatever it is. And it gains views because you're kind of tailing their audience, and they find you, and then, oh, I like this guy as well. So I saw the fact that this was live. It was a high production value, more than most people do when they do videos. I saw that it has already started to do stuff, and I figured I'm going to do that again.
Yeah.
So today I fired up a scheduled stream at 8 p.m. I shot the link to 800 people on the email lists, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, all over the place. I had 3 concurrent viewers. That's just saying something. Yeah. But I went all in, and I had this idea of what I wanted to do, like legacy forging live. I had just put the intention, created the thumbnail. It looked interesting, really not telling anything about what it was going to be, but I started it. I actually sent a message. I said, I have some time to talk now before the stream. And I talked to this other psychedelic enthusiast, a skeptic, a very big skeptic nonetheless. And we had very deep conversations about, I said that I identify as energy. And he was very much like, but no, that you're removing the human aspect of it. And I was like, but what is a human? And it just really going in deep. And we had this amazing back and forth for 3 hours until his battery ran out. That's interesting because the battery ran out as I was preparing for the stream. I said, listen, total transparency. I've been recording this conversation and I'm about to go on a stream where I'm just going to continue the pattern from yesterday, just documenting my day. Are you okay with that? Yeah, sure. If I have time. He goes off to do something, perfect timing, because I have to set up the stream. I set up the starting thing, like, inspiring music and just building up hype and stuff. And then all of a sudden his battery goes out. He disappears from the Zoom room. I was like, yeah, well, okay. I just jumped straight into the stream and opened that on the inspiration I just had from the 3 hours. My head was booming. Quantum downloads, hurting.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, so here's my idea. I just talked about this, how facing your fears and being open, acting from love, Ehsalese, the concept we talked about, all these things, and just how everything is just synchronizing perfectly. And this amazing talk taught me this and that and this and that. And now, just to continue from before, I want to tag on and look at my friend George Monty, because he is doing the same thing. He's just living life. I go into your stream, I have that as like the actual content while I'm just sitting there commenting and just engaging with the chat. But are you seeing this? Chuck seems amazing, right? And you're talking about synchronicities. You're talking about the same things. And I'm like, are you seeing this, guys? This is legacy forging. It's happening before your eyes. It's historic. I think that I might be more engaged in that than other people just tuning in, but it's fucking happening. And just a little 2 cliffhangers on that. Last week, as a proof of concept, I signed a contract for $8.5 million, and I became an employer yesterday. It's fucking real, dude. It's fucking real. Unreal real. It's insane.
I feel it on so many levels. Like I feel like it is real, but it's hard to embrace the reality of it. And I think that that's what holds me back on some ways, is that it's right there. You just got to grab it.
Yeah, accepting it.
Yes. Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah. It's hard as fuck. Like, how can you accept something that everyone has taught you is not supposed to happen? It's not supposed to be real. So you have to kind of uncondition yourself, mostly alone. I mean, people come up with these ideas and they think like they're the crazy ones. Right? Yeah, but see, me and you talking, we know what we're talking about. It's a fucking thing. And then, it's like, oh, well, if he can, I can probably do that. And then it's just opening up for receiving, because you're a giver, right? You're creating this amazing content. You're giving probably way more than you should, and you're not being compensated to the level that you should be. Honestly. Yeah, because most people do. They give and give and give until they deplete, and then they give up. Oh, they give until they give up.
That's well said.
Yeah, I think it's based on experience, because it took a fucking long journey to get there. But for those who want to take that battle on and really live their journey, their adventure, their saga, their purpose, like the video I created, From Prison to Purpose, it is literally that. We want to be useful, to have a purpose. And accepting that purpose fills... That's where Ehsalese comes into play, because it fills you with this energy that cannot be quantified, and it pulls you. Like, you don't have to do shit. You're just doing the best you. That's it. And you're having fun doing it, and all of a sudden, everything is just fucking materializing it ahead of time. Like, that's what boggles my mind even more, because I've been experimenting. Every time I have these insights, every time I have this flash, almost like a sensation. It's almost like seeing something that's going to happen, but it's not really visual. It's more of a like the afterburn on an LCD screen, almost. Or just seeing the sun in your eyelids when your eyes are closed, but you have looked at the sun, so it's there, right?
Yeah.
It's like this, and then going for that just removes everything else, and you're in Ehsalese. And when you're in Ehsalese, if you do the thing, walk the talk, as we call it now, do the spew, and if you spewed it enough times, things are just going to happen. And I said that it was going to happen on a video. 2 weeks later, I was on the adventure that happened after the video was recorded. I recorded the call, or the thoughts I had after the call that invited me to that adventure. I said that this is probably going to happen during the adventure, and I recorded that. I talked about this 2 weeks before it happened. It happened, I documented it, and I came home just, and here I am, just seeing if it's possible, creating these live streams, literally creating something that I had never seen this before. But then again, I lived it, so I know what significance there is in the things that is happening. Now I just have to put all of it together and just, what do you think? You know, because it's undeniable.
Yeah. It's, you know, when I'm in that SLSA state, or when I'm in that flow state, like everything else just falls away.
Yes.
And it's almost disheartening to go back to the state. Like I don't want to leave that place, but I feel like I'm leaving everything behind if I stay there, you know. And I think that's that pull that's pulling you back, is like, hey man, what about us? And you're like, I'm done with that. And it's just a matter of dying, that old you dying. But it's hard because it's your whole pattern of life. It's all of you. It's everything that you've ever done, or at least it feels that way. Yeah. And I guess it's like birth. It's like this new pattern is emerging, and I can see it and I love it, but I feel some attachment to the older version of me, even though I know I can never go back. Part of me is sympathetic, and you know, how would it feel to look back at an older version of you? You know, I think that's kind of what it is in a weird sort of way.
100%. And then looking back at that, knowing that even though it's never going to come back, that's what made you today.
Yeah. You should celebrate it, right?
Yeah, celebrate it.
Feeling bad for it.
Exactly. And use that as the fuel that you need to create the future. But most people don't have a goal, and they don't have a visual of the goal. They don't feel anything towards that goal, and they don't have a plan to reach it. So if you see where you're going and you're just doing the steps to get there.
Hey, you dummies. Cats are getting nuts over here. Hey, get over here.
I was like, oh my God, is that a bear?
Yeah, I know. Hey. Oh, man. Jump in the neighbor's yard. Talk about bringing me back to reality, man.
Yeah. That's the first time I've seen any of your surroundings.
Oh, yeah. This is my house right here.
I love it.
A little patio.
I love it.
I got a bunch of, yeah, man. I got my little shamanic garden out here.
Yeah.
Plants and, yeah. I think that's another stage too, is that I think I'm going to try to do some more traveling, get out. And I love the comfortable office that I have, which is also my downstairs area, but I think there's something to be said about having a backdrop of nature and helping you be in the moment.
100%. Come here.
Right? Yeah, dude.
The tribe experience, bro.
Yeah, I would love to. Okay.
Yeah. We're just entering the season right now, so I've been seriously considering how to do something with that, because we had those. Here I am talking with the guy who was there for the first one, the 11/11, 2023, 2022, 11/11/22. That's a powerful date.
That's a crazy. There's no coincidences, man. That was meant to be.
Exactly.
Right.
The average view duration on the stream was 22 today. Yeah.
You just signed an $8.5 million deal, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of, because I signed an NDA too, so I can't speak a lot about it. But it's a project, and you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around with. Some of those people might have connections in very high places, and some of these people might have governments as clients. So whenever they deliver on the product, based on their experience, they can kind of forecast what this is going to do with these parts in place. And that's basically what happened. I was lucky enough to be invited into this collaboration because I was simply doing myself. And people see, that's what's so fascinating.
Yeah.
People ask me, what's your zest for life? It's life, just going out and creating the adventure, and people notice. Some people see that, and they see more than just the happy guy. They see why, and all of the things that have happened, all the insights, the experiences, the bad challenges, and all those things, they made that happen because I was just talking about my truth. I was talking about what happened to the world, and it just made me invincible. I don't think anyone can come at me. Anyone. The government can try. I have fucking fans that would create a riot in the streets if they came in and just took me for no reason, because I'm just simply trying to share the light. Yeah. It boggles me. I see this whole thing as the start of a Tate-ish, Andrew Tate-ish movement, but it's the other spectrum. It's a different frequency. It is based in love and to live and to the unity and not the alpha male on top. You know,
Hmm.
it's based on the collaboration and the raising of collective frequencies. I'm not even the one talking. The word is just spewing out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching. Like, I feel like the last 3 streams that you did, like something's just fundamentally shifted, man. Like
Yeah.
from the production of it to the clarity of it to the way you're handling it, man. Like I've really seen like a real difference, like a shift in the content lately, man.
100%, and that shift came as a consequence of the shift in me. Because, you know,
Yeah.
do you use virtual assistants?
Um, Not really. I use like
Yeah.
ChatGPT to talk to and
Yeah.
answer some questions and stuff sometime. But is that what you mean by virtual assistants?
No, I employed real people from the Philippines. Like,
What?
yeah, like there are. I saw this guy who came from the prison, or he came from the streets. Now he's a millionaire. So he looks like me. He's a bald, big, bulky dude with lots of tattoos, and he's a business dude. And he's like talking about quantum physics, law of attraction, all these things that is fundamentally true to me. So I was like, this guy, I want to talk around with the bonfire with, right?
Yeah.
So I reached out, and I was sent a friend request, and you know, when you're a public person, you get a lot of those, a bunch of those, and they're always going to sell you something, lead generation or whatever. And this
Mm-hmm.
was a clearly someone who was in that kind of industry, but for some reason, I sent her a video. I had received so many that I created a video that kind of went in to show the production value. So it's like, if you're selling me creative things, you don't have to. Don't bother. If you're trying to sell me anything in terms of, you know, marketing and stuff, I, I don't think I need it. So if you're just reaching out to sell, don't bother. If you want to get to know me, these are the topics I like, and just a video that kind
Yeah.
of explained me. And I sent that to her, and it was meant to deter her. It was meant to scare her off, but she didn't.
Yeah.
She answered after that link, and I was like, interesting.
Hmm.
And so she got me into her funnel, and she introduced me to another person who was going to have a call with me, and this, you know, strategy call, but I completely hijacked that. Not really hijacked. It was a synchronicity, right? When you talk
Right.
to someone who sees the world like you have amazing conversations. And
Sure.
we vibed instead of the whole sales thingy. And I saw more of the person that I saw first, like the business, the authenticity, the energy of it all. So I figured, you know what? Yeah, this sounds like something that I could do. And it was 300 euros per week, which is quite a lot of money for most people.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to do this. Yeah, let's do this. There's one thing, because I'm in this transition where I have to focus either here, there, or blah. I don't really know where I'm going to go because I want to create an adventure out of it. So let me come back to you on Monday. And she said yes. I hung up, and I think I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I need to find the best way to do this, because my funds were getting low, right?
Yeah.
And I was. Do you know who Jesse Elder is?
No.
I had him on my podcast, and he was a coach in the wisdom economy, if you will. So he was
Okay.
talking a lot about the things we talk about,
Yeah.
and he has a program that is very, very expensive, like probably in the tens of thousands of dollars.
Whoa.
Yeah, and he was launching this new thing that was 18,500, and I was thinking, I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna invest in that, because I see him as me a few steps ahead in my future. So I clearly need to talk to him, because he has already given me so much gold just by the videos and the
Yeah.
lives. And then he said he's talked to his father, and his father gave him insights. And he said, "Are you going to change your business at all after you travel now with your new insights?" And that hit him, because now he realized that he was selling at a point where most people could not even think of buying in. It was already for the high achieving people. So he lowered the price to 6,000. And then I was like, well, that was interesting. That was like, that, as if it was a coincidence.
Yeah.
So I thought I was going to invest. Now it was more certain than ever. And then another thing came, and he said that I know that 6K is also a lot of money. So I want to give everyone a chance. You can also buy in for 1,500 and then you can just pay me the rest as you go because you're going to return your investment. And I was like, well, that is still above what I have in my account, but now we're talking. So after the stream, I took one call and 2 hours later I had money. 1,500 just transferred to my account. And that kind of showed me that I am doing what I'm saying that I can do, you know?
Right.
So, yeah. So instead of, how people online today, they show you the bank account. I made this much money this week. I made this much money last month. This is my Stripe account dashboard screenshot. All those things.
Yeah.
I figured what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a video where I'm paying someone 1,500 just to get into his program, just to get into the network. Because
yes,
that makes more sense. Yeah,
yeah,
that's more sense to me. That makes more sense. And that's what happened. So now I told the guys from the virtual assistant that this is happening. I did that. I just have to create some more money and then I'm going to pay them. So we start off 28th of July. The 21st of July, I have an adventure in Norway that I don't know where it's going to take me, but I know it's going to be amazing. And everything is just happening very, very freaking perfectly. It could not have been better than what it is right now. And so I'm lost for words, kind of.
Yeah, it's hard to explain that to anybody else who's not on that level because it sounds, I'm getting the same message. And what someone just told me is that, everybody around you will tell you what they can't do.
Yeah.
And the way they do that is by telling you that you can't do it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, so when you tell people what you just told me, I'm like, yeah, I get it. You tell that to other people, they're like, dude, you're out of control.
Yeah, exactly.
But what they're saying is that they're out of control. Exactly. What they're saying is that. And it's like, Tor, I love it because I feel connected not only to you, but all these people I'm talking to. And it's like the same frequency is resonating. The same thing that's happening to you is happening to me, that's happening to your guests, happening to my guests. And I feel like we're all like this graduating class. Like for some reason, we're in this cosmic classroom and we're about to graduate and the world's trying to prepare us. Like, hey, you dummies are next. Get ready. Here's the people. Start learning, start going out. And I really feel like, that we are being called to put out the message to the next group of the younger version of us. You know what I mean? And it's really exciting, man. I'm with you, man. I love you. I love what you're doing. And I believe in it 100%. And I'm stoked to even be part of it. Like I really see huge things coming for us, man.
100%. It's literally paradigm shifting for the fucking planet.
No one knows, but like we know. Like we have this cosmic people.
It's so funny. It's just that boggles my mind because I thought that was a crazy thought before. But then, you talk to people, they share this frequency, energy attracts more of the same, and all of a sudden, you're at a completely different energetic level, and it is happening.
Yes. You see the world different. Like you are different. You see the world different. And in doing so, you act different. But I think, what I think separates what we're doing from what other people are is having the courage to try to do it.
Yes.
Because a lot of people have the idea. A lot of people have, many are called, but the chosen are few. And what separates the few is having the courage to be a doer. Like, you heard that? Okay, do it. Oh, you heard that? Then do it. Exactly. I've heard the call for a long time, but I always push the voice away. And now it's like, okay, I'm going to listen. The same way that you listen, the same way that you took that call, the same way that money came into your account. Hey, when you listen to the voice, it starts happening. But you have to have faith. You have to have coincidence. And it breaks down the ideas of theology forever. People have talked about faith. People have talked about inner voices. People have talked about hearing the clarion call. And that's what it is, man. And it's so exciting and it's nervous and it's a little scary to hear it, but it's really rewarding. And it's never set me down a wrong hole yet, and I just want it to continue to grow stronger. So I want to do what the voices tell me to do. And I know 100%. That sounds crazy to people, but
I think it's the frequency of belief.
I love that. Yeah,
because it kind of takes away all the boxes. Like, you're a Christian? Great. Good for you. Like, if you believe so hard, that frequency will communicate with the universe. If you also follow a recipe that tells you that you can't do that because of this, then that is also up to you. But the frequency of belief will take you as far as your belief takes you. So then turn the belief into yourself. Believe in yourself. Do the thing. See what happens. Because many people are like, turn to God. Well, no, because he says there is a freaking rule thing that I have to do. Like, I can't do that. I love doing that. You know?
Right.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the message, not the messenger.
Exactly.
Right? It's the finger pointing to the moon. Look at the moon, not the finger.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're going for the moon, why not try Mars? And then moon can just be a pit stop.
That's it. You shoot for the stars, you land on the moon.
Yeah. You shoot for Mars, you're just refueling on the moon. You shoot for the first picture ever taken of the universe, who the fuck knows what's going to wait for there?
I love it. I love it, man.
Same here. Like, my head is pounding because, you know, when you get though, I don't know. I want to really ask you generally, because when I feel that many insights come in at once, my head hurts in a very specific area. Like right on top of my spine, almost in the back of my neck. It's like a pressure. And it's kind of like, yeah, now hold up. We are neurons. We're not fucking magical. We're going to try to incorporate all this. Just hang tight. And then, you know, you don't hang tight. You just keep on going. And they just have to keep up. And then the hurt.
I think it's your brain chemistry changing. You know,
I think
you can
so too.
feel the way in which your thoughts change. You can, you see the world differently after that feeling.
Yeah, and then
I can't tell you, I have migraine. All of a sudden, my life gets better.
Exactly.
You know, maybe it's telling me wrong. Maybe that's my brain shifting, or maybe it's whatever I think it is. And if that's true, then
the frequency,
sky's the limit.
Yeah, the frequency of belief, and then. You know, that's why content changed. That's why the content, it looks different now compared to before, because my head hurt a few times before.
Yeah. And now you can see it and then produce it in a way you couldn't before.
Exactly.
Why not? You know, I think that more people, I hope that what we're talking about today, if it influences one person to listen to the inner voice, to become authentic, if it causes one person to blink and then open their eyes and see the color green in a different shade, I think we've done our job, man. Like that's what it is. It's the frequency of belief, and we're trying to transmit it to other versions of us so that they can live 1% happier. And that's what was done for us, man. And it's just us to give it back, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Nice.
God damn, bro.
Man.
I was so glad that
it takes one to know one.
Yeah, it takes one to know one.
Too.
Souls recognize each other. God damn. Dude.
Nice.
Right now, you're going to probably be kind of interested in this, because I just realized this. We just now talked for 30 minutes, right?
It seems like 5.
Right? And my YouTube channel today, my Discord channel has been blowing up because there's been new videos. They got produced today. I had a call in the morning lasting an hour and a half. And within half an hour, it was published, it was branded, it was SEO'd, there was a thumbnail, everything was a BAM on YouTube. So an hour and a half before the stream that was for an hour and a half. But the recording is 4 hours and everything is already up there. And now this, when we hang up now, I'm going to continue this. I'm going to spread the fucking message. And we're not even done with the day. What time is it? I was pleased to know that it's Tuesday, not Wednesday today. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Nice. All right, I love talking to you, man. I'll talk to you. Let's do something later this week, man. Let's see what we can plan.
Let's do it. I am kidless. Dude, and by the way, let's make this official. Where can people reach you? What should be in the description?
Thank you. Hit up my Linktree, TrueLife Podcast, or you can just Google TrueLife Podcast.
I'm gonna do all the things.
Okay, yeah. So people can just Google TrueLife Podcast, and my podcast should come up. My Linktree will probably be in the show notes, and those are probably the best ways to get a hold of me.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna give you all the access. Yeah, this is amazing. I love having you in my circles. Let's fucking change the world. Aloha.
Aloha, my friend. I'll talk to you soon.
You will.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right. Aloha.
Oh, it just keeps on going. Fucking hell. It's insane. I mean, if you see it remotely the same as I do, you will see how insanely cool this is. There are no words. That was 30 minutes. Not too bad. Love your face. Take care of your freaking family. I'll see you in the next one.